हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज जिस टॉपिक के बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं दैट इज़ द जनरेशंस ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स। सो टुडे there are three types of human rights, or in other words we say there are three generations of human rights. Any kind of human right you say, that right may be covered in any of these three generations of human rights. Now, this classification, which we talk about this generation, that there is three generations of human rights. This classification was made by Louis B. Sohan. He was the person who uh, made this classification into these three generations of human rights. And further, ये जो generations of human rights है, now all these generations of human rights, they cover certain different subjects. That's why we also called it as a subjective division of human rights. Now, because why we say कि ये subjective division है, इस वजह से कि जो हर generation है that talks about a different subject altogether. जो first generation of human rights है that will cover a different subject. The second generation of human rights will cover another subject, and same is the case with the third generation of human rights. It will cover certain different subjects. Now, coming to the first generation of human rights. Now, the first generation of human rights, it covers the civil and political rights. And these rights, the civil and political rights, these are considered to be the very important rights of the human beings, the basic rights of the human beings. And these rights, they are said to be emerged from the natural law theory. And these, according to the natural law theory, it is believed, it is said that these rights, they are inalienable rights. It is said that the state ना ही स्टेट इन राइट्स को ग्रांट करती है और ना ही स्टेट इन राइट्स को सिटीजन से छीन सकती है, ले सकती है. एंड दैट इज़ वाई वी से दैट दीज राइट्स, they are the inalienable rights. And in this category of rights, the first generation of human rights, as I have told you, कि इसमें सिविल और पॉलिटिकल राइट्स को ये जनरेशन कवर करती है. Now there is a wide variety of rights which are covered in this category of first generation of human rights, including the right to life, the right against inhuman treatment, prohibition of slavery is there, freedoms. It also talks about the basic freedoms. They are also covered within this generation. The freedom of opinion is there, freedom of speech and expression is there, then equality before law, equal protection of law, participation of the citizens in the decision making of the government, and then the citizen control over the administrations. Now, these are the sort of rights which are covered in the first generation of human rights. Further, the rights which are there in the first generation of human rights, they are those rights which are enjoyed by the citizens individually, not collectively. Individually, the people, they can enjoy these rights which are there in this generation. Now, the second generation of human rights, it deals with a different subject. As I have told you कि हर एक generation एक अलग subject से deal करता है. Now, the second generation of human right, it covers or it deals with the socio-economic and cultural rights. Now, in this category, these rights, they are also known as the welfare rights. इनको welfare rights भी कहा जाता है. And these rights, they comes from the positive law. Means thereby, इन rights को recognize करने के लिए, apply करने के लिए, law को बनाना state के लिए ज़रूरी है. Unless the state plays a very active role for the realization of these rights which are there in second generation of human rights, now these rights cannot be recognized or cannot be given to the citizen in the true sense. Now, how that is possible? Now, see, now what are the kinds of rights which are covered by this generation? कौन कौन से rights हैं जो इस generation में आते हैं? Now, there is right to work is there, right to payment is there, for freedom to form association or the right to form association, right to education, right to learning, right to have insurance in the need when in the old age or in the sickness time. And now these are the rights which are covered in the second generation of human rights. And why we say क्यों ये ज़रूरी है कि स्टेट को बहुत एक्टिव रोल प्ले करना पड़ता है इन राइट्स को रिकग्नाइज करने के लिए. Now you see, when we talk about the right to work, अगर right to work अगर citizens को grant करना है, there needs to be employment which is to be generated by the state. State को employment generate करना पड़ेगा. Employment generate करना पड़ेगा तो उसके लिए industries establish करना पड़ेगा, which requires the efforts of the states to be there. और वहाँ पे अगर ह्यूमन को अगर एम्प्लॉयमेंट देना है, देयर नीड्स टू बी सर्टन स्किल्ड पर्सन. तो स्किल डेवलपमेंट जो है वो करने के लिए द स्टेट नीड्स टू एस्टैब्लिश द इंस्टीट्यूशंस फॉर दैट. स्कूल्स नीड्स टू बी देयर, कॉलेजेस नीड्स टू बी देयर, हायर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस नीड्स टू बी देयर. तभी इन राइट्स को अप्लाई किया जा सकता है, रिकग्नाइज किया जा सकता है. As we compared it with the first generation of human rights, it is totally opposite to that. First generation में they are certain sort of individual rights. State just gives those rights and just take care of those rights that the citizens they enjoys these rights. State need not to do anything regarding the application of those rights. But यहाँ पे unless जब तक state जो है वो एक एक्टिव रोल नहीं प्ले करती है तब तक इन राइट्स को रियलाइज नहीं किया जा सकता, या आप बोलें कि कम्प्लीटली सिटीजन्स इन राइट्स को एंजॉय नहीं कर सकते हैं. नाउ कम द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स, दैट इज थर्ड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स. एंड द राइट्स विच आर कवर्ड इन द थर्ड जनरेशन, दे आर नोन एज द सॉलिडारिटी राइट्स. It is again the rights which is covered by the first generation or the second generation. Third generation right is different sorts of rights. Now these rights they are there because of the needs, modern needs of the human beings in the modern world. Now as a result of the modern needs, these rights are there which we know as the solidarity rights. Again, the third generation rights, they are certain rights which can only be enjoyed in groups, in the social groups as a whole. These are not the right which can be enjoyed or which are available to the individuals to enjoy. Individuals के लिए नहीं है, rather collectively social groups जो हैं इन rights को enjoy करते हैं और इन rights को उनके लिए ये rights available होते हैं. That's why we say that these rights are the social solidarity rights. And the rights now which are covered in this generation, they are the right of self-determination, right to peace is there, right to development is there, right to healthy environment is there. Then the rights of minorities are there. Whether there may be any kind of minority, बहुत सारी minorities हो सकती हैं. Linguistic minority is there, कल्चरल माइनॉरिटी इज़ देयर और रिलीजियस माइनॉरिटी इज़ देयर. किसी भी तरह की माइनॉरिटी है तो इन सभी के जो राइट्स हैं दे आर कवर्ड इन द थर्ड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स. अगेन देयर इज़ अ वेरी क्लोज रिलेशन विद ऑल दीज सॉर्ट्स ऑफ राइट्स, ऑल दीज जनरेशन्स ऑफ राइट्स. चाहे वो फर्स्ट जनरेशन हो, सेकेंड जनरेशन या थर्ड जनरेशन हो, इन तीनों का आपस में इंटर रिलेशन जो है वो होता है. अगेन जब हम थर्ड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स की बात करते हैं तो थर्ड जनरेशन के भी राइट्स ऐसे हैं कि अगर स्टेट इनको अगर सिटीजन्स को ग्रांट करती है, नाउ इट मे हैपन दैट व्हेन द स्टेट ग्रांट्स दीज सॉर्ट ऑफ राइट्स टू द सिटीजन्स, the state needs to put limitation on the other category of the rights which are covered either in the first generation of human right or the second generation of human rights. See how it works, or how these rights they may be put into practice, or that limitation needs to be imposed. Now here in third generation हम बात कर रहे हैं there are religious minority और linguistic minority जिनके कुछ एक rights होते हैं. For example, under Article 29 and 30 of the Constitution. It also grants the minority rights to the citizens, to certain minorities, linguistic minorities there, or the religious minorities there, उनके कुछ एक rights हैं, right to establish, suppose the institutions and to administer those institutions. That is also a right which is available to the minority. और उसी तरह से minorities को अगर ये right अगर grant करना है state ने, the state need to put a limitation on the other right of education which is covered in the second generation of human rights. जैसे मैंने आपको लोगों को बताया कि सेकेंड जनरेशन में आपका राइट टू लर्निंग और राइट टू एजुकेशन आता है. दैट इज़ ए जनरल राइट विच इज़ अवेलेबल टू ऑल द पर्सन एज अ होल. लेकिन यहाँ पे थर्ड जनरेशन में जब हम माइनॉरिटी राइट की बात करेंगे तो ये हो सकता है कि माइनॉरिटी राइट्स को रियलाइज़ करने के लिए, उस माइनॉरिटी को देने के लिए स्टेट को लिमिटेशन इम्पोज करने की ज़रूरत पड़े जो आपके सेकेंड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स हैं. सो ऑल्सो इज कैन बी द केस विद द फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स, कि कहीं पे सेकेंड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स को अप्लाई करने के लिए या थर्ड जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स को रिकग्नाइज करने के लिए फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स के ऊपर कहीं पे लिमिटेशन जो है वो लगाया जा सकता है. नाउ दीज आर योर the generation, various generation of human rights. Thank you.